Heyo, my PlanCos are friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to the PlanCo Shop Contest entries. This is the Builder Bracket, and we have a total of 41 creations to look at today, and we're going to do it in two parts. So this will be the first 20. So stay tuned, and let's check it out. Alright, I am joined with Lauren, Wix, and Web Searcher.
Hey! Hey!
And they're going to help me judge these amazing creations here today. And as I mentioned, there's 20 creations to look at the builder bracket. I forgot to give a shout out to Segs in the last video because she set up the beginner bracket scene. She volunteered to get those all placed down, so thank you so much, Segs. And for this one, we had this set up by Leebies. So thank you so much, Leebies and Segs. Alright, first up is Foo's Hideout, created by Trizkin. Alright. Who's hiding out in the cave? What's she selling in that hideout, guys? Chicken! And water. It works. Entertainer point. Is there an entertainer point? Is it like hidden? Ah.
Yep. I think we're going to see a lot of that.
Yeah. Trinkets, baubles, room for benches. Some dirt. I like that little dirt falling in. For her,
I'd almost want to see a gift shop so much because she's an adventurer. She's always going out and getting treasure.
That's a good point. Trinkets, like Foo's trinkets, and yeah, she's kind of like the Laura Croft kind of always, you know.
That's how I think of her.
Yeah, that's a great point.
He maybe could have used some pillars to hold the rocks.
That's a great point as well, because this thing's gonna collapse for sure.
Yeah, I know there's.
It's already caving in.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be safe there.
All right, awesome.
Nice sign.
Yeah.
Next up is Renee Faye's shop, created by Savem. I got something rotating in there. All right, at least he spelt it right there. Scorpion stacks, there's little legs coming out of that. It's interesting. Look at this. Scorpion snacks. That gasoline's gonna blow up. Alright. Nice obvious entertainment point. I like that, nicely decorated. I do like it when people make it obvious but decorate it. That's my personal preference. Like, don't hide it, but like dress it. That's my personal taste. Because subscribers will know that it's there. Like if we go back to this one, for example, how's a subscriber ever going to know that that's there? We know to look for it because of this contest, but
well, like I said, you've been telling people to delete the guides.
The
so
guides.
I think these things could have guides.
Yep,
of like,
good point.
But I like both ways. I think sometimes hiding it is legitimate.
Yep.
But then if you can decorate it, it's cool too.
Yeah, like if you build a stage and you've got them on the stage, you don't want that
yeah, that's
that
true.
gaudy piece sticking up.
It's personal preference and situational, right?
Right.
It's a little heavy on the green, this guy.
Yeah. If it was a little desaturated, just a little duller.
All right. Next up is Cosmic Cow Entertainment by Mr. Adventure. Okay. Cosmic Cow Entertainment. It feels kind of like a gas station. Doesn't it?
Yeah, but I like the sign.
Or a diner. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, most gas stations have that. Like, patrol, get in here. And but you also see that with diners. So it could go either way. And based off the quaintness of the shop does feel a little bit more like a retro diner. Ish. Curious to know why I went with purple instead of pink, though, for Cosmic Cow. Now, it's an entertainer place. What are you selling?
The floor is kind of cute.
Yeah.
It is.
There's a stage.
Show stage. I guess the... Oh. No entertainer point. But it's over here.
It's over there.
But that doesn't really... Oh no! Oh, I thought that was an actual animatronic on the ground. He's just killing him. Now someone's gonna do that with the Make it so
Player
the
one
blood
wins,
spurts
two
up.
lost. Yeah.
That's hilarious. Now,
Yeah, the floor is pretty cool.
I'm not sure how I feel about the name of it, though. I don't know. I feel like if it was a retro diner, I would expect to go in and see some video games and stuff like
I'm
that.
thinking chunky cheese. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you don't... yeah. Alright. Not too bad on the lighting. I still would like to see some pink and blue lighting rather than the green. And a little bit more pink incorporated into the colors rather than purple. Right?
I think the purple's fine because sometimes with Cosmic Cow you just get overloaded with the teal and pink, and the purple looks nice with the pink. So
It does.
I don't think it was a bad choice.
That's fair.
Where have we seen that?
The toy box created by Luna Love. It's a giant trunk.
It's cute.
The toy box. Now my only problem here is I have no idea what the obvious mascot is. Do you guys have a guess?
No idea.
I would imagine the dinosaur.
Maybe the dinosaur is what I was guessing.
That's a great guess. The dinosaur
Gulpy.
would really work here, wouldn't he? Like Toy Story.
Yeah.
I might have put the sign a little closer to the building, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
for
little far
sure.
out.
I would have pushed it right up against the wall. Basically.
But then I guess you see it twice.
Maybe put it on the corner.
Maybe
of
just
the
have the
building
blocks
at
and
an
not.
angle.
Is it at least separate so that you can like move it on its own?
No.
No.
Well, you
All right, let's go
can always-
find out who
always-
our entertainer is. Tiki Cheeky. He's gonna set this
wouldn't
toy
have
box
expected-
on fire.
Well,
Children
it's
do
just the
not
question
play
though.
with-
It's the person
do not
who
play
set
with
it up
matches.
that put the person down, right?
Can you pull it up the workshop, Lauren? I can't find it. I'll look around. Can you pull it up on the workshop? Maybe he says in the description. I'm assuming whoever set it up probably would have looked at the workshop, right?
I don't know. Nope, they say Tiki has the mascot in their description. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Some really good decorations in here. It does feel like a toy box.
It does.
I like the coins.
And what do we have at shops?
Hats, balloons, and just a memento. It's a gift shop.
Yeah, that fits.
It does work. Based off the size of your toys, I think you could have gotten your trunk about half the size. It is a massive blueprint for a park, and in terms of a Planet Coaster setting, I think you could have achieved the same amount of detail in the trunk and gotten it about this size, right? And still fit all those toys inside. Just my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. I think they were probably going for kind of a like your shrunk to toy size feeling, so it's supposed to feel overly large. But I agree in terms of practicality. I think it would have made.
I still think it would have felt that way. It would have achieved that because all the toys would have
Maybe.
remained the same size. It just would have felt a little bit more like the box is a little bit more full. Right now the box is feeling a little empty because it's so big. Moving on, got Gulpy Powerhouse Bar and Grill by DK Choppers. Powerhouse Bar and Grill.
That looks kind of neat.
I kind of like the
Yeah.
train.
I like the design of this.
Powerhouse.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I would like to see this covered up with something black so it looks just a
Like a tunnel?
Yeah, tunnle, exactly.
Like the Coyote would have made in the Roadrunner cartoons.
Exactly. Just like it could be just painted on, right?
Yeah,
Oh, look,
it's
he's
a shame.
actually got photo booth.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that is
It's
cute.
the first time we've seen someone do that. That's a great idea. And it's like the queue. He's used the barriers for like a lineup.
That was well thought
That's,
out.
That's very clever.
Ooh,
I
what's
quite
the
like
sil-
that.
I like his roof too, inside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a great way of doing fake windows. So we got Gulpy, all three types of Gulpy, all with the matching
Perfect.
colors. Yeah.
All
But
cute.
the outside is mainly like the soda vibe, which works. I think that is the primary color, right? That's what he wears on his shirt. Oddly enough, what's funny? He came out and he was released like this. And like I was like, okay, there must be another Gulpy drink coming out because he's got an orange on his shirt. But the game was released with energy and slushies. There was no soda in the game. That came with an expansion. Nobody noticed that, eh?
I did not.
I was like, what's going on with his shirt? He doesn't match any of these shops. So yeah, that's a really nice building. I like
It is nice.
the little smokestack as well.
A lot of contrast.
Yeah, wait, there's another part of the building that I didn't see. Oh, look at this.
Whoa.
I like the multicoloring benches. They all match the Gulpy. Yeah, he really thought about his color palette here. And this is like a brewery.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's going to draw people back here to the back other than a
We
bathroom?
made a balcony.
No,
Nice.
it's just a bathroom. Okay,
2 bathrooms. Yeah.
2 bathrooms.
No, just one. Just one. I'm sorry. I thought there was one on the other side.
Yeah, I like the upper area as well. And it peers out here. Quite nice. Really good job. Love the interior on this one. I didn't check out the nighttime lighting. I'm really curious.
But
A
don't
little,
say-
a
I don't
little,
know. But
a little shiny bright.
What are you
If
trying
it
to say,
could've
Wix?
the Gulpy signs, maybe wouldn't it have been? I don't know if he just made a big custom one.
Yeah.
But he did include the 3 brands,
Yeah, he did.
and they're cued. You know, he used the dividers.
He could have made a mix of all three colors and stuff in one. I don't know.
I would have liked.
I made my own, but they're a little bit too big for this one. It was for a coaster.
Yeah.
I
I don't know.
What were you gonna say, Webb?
I was just going to say, I kind of would have liked to have seen one of the shops put back here in the back to draw more people.
I agree. And for me, I do like the contrast that he's using with the colors. However, for the lighting, when you get too many lights close together, they kind of it gets a little bit feels a little too rainbow for me. I think just the yellow and the green would have been fine. Next up is Gulpy Rex Cafe, created by Ruckus 1094.
Cute
It
design.
feels more like a I don't know how to say it, like a dollhouse, doesn't it? A toy house, a playground. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like how he's put the T-Rex spikes on the R.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you do these like RGB colors, it can come across as very toyish. Yellow and orange can definitely be very playful, and that's why Gulpy is the colors that are chosen. So in terms of a cafe, I feel like you kind of need a little bit more neutral colors. But it fits very well for a playful vibe.
If you put it in a kids section of the park, it'd fit pretty well. You know.
So you have all these exciting drinks, and then you have sad pizza.
Oh,
It's definitely like that Chuck E. Cheese thing. The fact that you would get drinks and pizza. For me, yeah, I think just the naming is wrong. Gulpy Rex, I don't know what you call it. But what are those? I know there's Chuck E. Cheese. What's the one in the United States?
we have those.
Oh, okay. What's the other one? I don't know.
I don't know
What,
any of
Play
the ones
Zone or
that's Chuck E.
something? There's like
He could have called
yeah, I
it
think
Pizza
so.
Pin. I don't know. You know.
But I was gonna say
pizza
cafe
pen would
isn't-
be amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
Rex
It's
Pizza
literally
Pen.
a pen of. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
But yeah, I don't think the cafe is that weird though, because cafe is very
works.
generic. It doesn't mean it has to be coffee or fancy. That's like a very nowadays thing with the Starbucks, crowd. Cafe can just mean it's short. Yeah.
Make
mean
little
anything.
kids feel grown up. I'm going to the cafe here in the toy section.
I guess
Kittyland.
it's just about the openness of it and stuff like that. Also, doesn't make me feel like it's cafe. I don't know. It's just my thoughts. Hotel Grand Capitan by Nimzel. All right. Four-star. It's a hotel. It's definitely got the Caribbean vibe, but does feel pretty heavy on the castle side too. I guess fantasy is one of those weird things where it can mix with pirates very well, right? Because it's always pirates invading the fantasy castles, right? So in some cases, the pirates have taken over. But There could be a little bit more use from the Caribbean tiles set, I think.
I like the interior here, though. I like the way he's got all the barrels up top.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a nice touch.
St. James,
Oh,
Ron Weasley.
Ron, what? Why are all these names mixed together?
Captain Morgan.
these are the brands of rum, I suppose, that he has.
Huh.
Well, the other one, the Ron Weasley's definitely not, and neither is Edmund Dante's is one of the.
Ron Weasley's
Musketeers,
poison.
right?
It's
Or no, Edmund Dante's is.
Hey,
Oh, shoot.
I didn't realize you could. I've never. Okay.
those the
Oh,
exploding-
exploding barrels. Okay, I was like, I didn't know if you painted barrels, they had that on them. But that's exploding barrels. So what do we have here? We got drinks. We got some juice, which is all the rum, and pizza. So everyone's using sad pizza. Do you think pirates is a pizza food? Or pizza is a pirate food?
Pizza's everybody's food.
No. Even if you go to White Spot, you get those little pirate ship food packs. The pirate packs, they don't give you pizza at White Spot.
Pizza.
Well, I like using the wallpaper as carpet. That's good.
The roof,
It's a
the
great
ceiling,
point.
the ceiling's a little on the strange side.
Yeah, the glass.
Yeah.
Drapes are good.
But are the people going to even come up here? I guess
No.
not.
Oh, I think some of these might be bathrooms. Whoa, what?
Oh. Holy.
There's a little hot tub. I was gonna check for a bathroom, but now we gotta go in. What's in door number 2? Holy crap. So the interior is great, but it's not really functional.
No, unfortunately. You had fun building it, I can tell that.
Yeah. And I think, like, unless it's, like, for the purpose of one of our videos, in terms of, like, looking at all the nooks and crannies, I think some of this stuff is, it goes, I guess, unappreciated. Like, if I plop this down in my park, I mean, some people might go and look at all the nooks and crannies, but in terms of setting it up for their guests, that's what they're thinking about. Okay, I gotta hook my bathroom up, I gotta hook my shops up, and then, you know, and then move on. I think there's a lot of hidden details in there, which it is fun in terms of Easter eggs and video content, but I think it goes a little under noticed.
But you know, as far as it goes with food shops, I was thinking, what would you pick for Captain Lockjaw? We need a fish place, don't we?
That would actually be pretty good. That's a really good point. But people could do that. They can put like a tiki cheeky in here or whatever, and they can cover these things up. They can put something in the back, and you know, you can basically skin this, right? Mm-hmm. And I think the pizza would work because the people are walking away with slices, like they're walking away with a piece of fish or something, because you know, that's what you see them eating, or yeah, whatever. Burger could work too because they'd be fish burgers. So I think I would dress up the chief beef burger and call it like fish cakes or something.
Nice to see they're trying to do some blending there.
Mm-hmm. It's got a little spooky blue. I think that works kind of well for pirates.
Mm-hmm. I really like the little stage being right up front. Now, where was the entertainer's point again?
It's off to the side here on the balcony.
Okay.
Oh my god, he's so adorbs! Hydroid, created by Adrian Van Sorgen. Adrian! He's made like 3 or 4 things now, and I've seen all of his creations. He's been on 2 spotlights, and now this. This is like, I've seen his whole workshop, all 3 things. All very impressive creations.
I love the way he worked the little juice sign into the sign up top.
This water spritzer is hilarious. I mean, it would like literally push guests across the path, just like a fireman's hose, just dousing them. Ah. The only thing he needs here is like a little pot, like he's watering something. Well, that would have been actually pretty great, like have a pot here with the sign on it.
I don't know. I think it makes more sense, like, because if you think about it in your park, it's
you can
kind of
place
like
it where
those
you want it.
cooling sprays where people can go to, like,
oh yeah,
it's like
yeah,
a water fountain, just like
yeah. You're right, and I do love this sign, the Hydroid. I think it's very clever, and it has the
I like that
the pip shop. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like I said that earlier, how he worked the Pip Shop logo into his sign. And you could always put a little pool out there for the water to fall into and put a pipe going into the ground like it's returning it back to the station.
And look at this. You see Dexar right as they're coming in. That's great.
I like his floor.
Oh, look at this. He's recycling it from P all the way over. It's slowly getting hydrated. And then it goes, and then if you follow the pipe, it goes right into the Pip Shop water. That's freaking amazing.
I don't know if I want Pip Shop anymore.
Oh, look what he did with the entertainment point.
Oh, look
That's
at
kinda
this.
Yeah, the entertainment point looks like he's operating the system, doesn't it?
Oh,
that's clever.
Really well done.
Good catch.
I love this, and what I really like about this is he's kind of like a, what do you call it, like a, chibi? He's like a chibi version of, does that make sense? Is that the right word I'm looking for? He's a chibi version of Dexar.
This is very cool.
I really like it.
And you notice the little logo on the right-hand side in yellow? And
Yes.
if you look on the floor inside, then look inside on the floor.
Oh,
He
and it's
kinda
also on
copied it.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, and this is what we were talking about in the last
use of
episode,
branding.
where we were talking about, like, if you put it on the floor, dim it. So it's kind of like, it's so subtle that you don't barely notice it, but it still grabs your eye. Like, Webb noticed it, but it doesn't take up the whole floor, and kind of it's easy on the eyes. It's wonderful. Really love it. That P idea is hilarious. It makes sense. Like, the branding's amazing, because who would be able to do that kind of technical conversion? None other than Dexar, the scientist. It's smart. Next up is Gulpy's Gold Mine Refreshment Station, created by Jake. Margin 29M. Wow. I like using wood to create the Gulpy sign, trying to make Gulpy feel Western. The liquid gold. Ah, that's interesting. I almost said energy. Turning the gold into energy drinks.
Those are some expensive drinks.
Liquid gold.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting concept. I like the idea that he's taking a risk with it, and coming up with something unconventional and strange and selling it to us. That's the whole point of the contest, was to make this kind of believable. And while drinking gold doesn't seem too realistic, he's selling it. He's making it believable. So
I really
I
love
accept
that
it.
sign.
Yeah,
I
just
just
great.
I wonder how Gulpy feels if they ever find any fossils of dinosaurs while he's digging.
That's yeah.
Grandpa, no.
You should have had some fossils in there, dinosaur fossils. We saw that with the Jurassic Park scenario. Oh, lighting's really nice in here.
It is.
Very cozy.
Yeah. And here we have Miss Ellie's Saloon, created by Jakku. Wow. It's a good saloon. Like the Western lettering. I actually have a Photoshop font that I use for my Western videos, thumbnails, and that's exactly what they do, is they cross through at the tops and bottoms and tips. It's really good Western lettering.
I like the trim work too on the building.
I like the
Nice
different
detail.
kind of planks he used. It really makes
Like
it
here?
a nice rustic touch.
There's depth on this building.
Yeah. And it sells the realism fact, like using the wheels to open and close the shutters. It's smart. All right. Karaoke. There's music you guys can't hear, but it sells the atmosphere. It's So we got water and cowboy hats. Yeah. I would have liked to see rum instead, or something.
And that's our. Where's our entertainment?
Blackjack table.
I thought that was it.
I would imagine there should be a Miss Ellie's somewhere, right?
Maybe it's in that chimney thing there.
Chimney.
Oh, not chimney, but the boiler to your left.
Yeah, thank you. The boiler. Nope.
Uh-oh. I heard her. I think I heard her. Oh, there she is.
Oh,
Wait.
She's just put up there.
No, I think the volunteer must have just put it up here because they couldn't find it. What I said to the volunteers is, if you can't find the entertainer point, then good chances we can't. And we looked around, we didn't find it, and so they put it here because it's obviously Miss Allie's, but it's a shame that there is no actual entertainer point.
Select the building and see if it comes up.
That's true. It's another way of looking.
It does not. It's just a restroom, a hat, and a pip shot. So
That's a great point too. You can actually, I didn't realize that was a thing. Thank you, Lauren. I wish I would have been able to tell the volunteers that.
And let's see it at night. Oh,
That's
what I
good.
was thinking. Beautiful lighting.
It's a shame there was no entertainer point. I think there's a few good opportunities. Like, she should have been the one doing the karaoke, right? And then you just
Would've been
put
perfect.
like a hay bale or something at the back here just to cover up the entertainer point. Have it in the wall.
Yeah, a little work shed.
Oh, that would have been perfect. Oh, that is too bad. Because the blue and orange, the complementary colors are working really nice here.
I love the silhouette, the lighting. on
very,
it.
very nice Western build.
Really well done.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Gulpy Chemical Plant Shop Contest created by Magic Chiro. Wow. I love the smoky colors, although that green's a little bit too on the dark side. This is a great idea. I like the fact that someone made a processing plant for Gulpy, and all this use of all this cool smog and drippy bits, and really thought about the color palette coming in here.
Super cool.
I probably wouldn't have. Yeah, I think the sign could be a little bit more improved. It's just a little bit redundant seeing it 3 times.
The purple in the background kind of blocks
And then
seeing the U.
Staggering the colors and stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. It just kind of gets lost.
Get down, Gulpy.
Mm-hmm.
Shake that tail.
it's working like crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a look at the lighting here.
Ooh. Ooh,
It's a little bit overkill.
just a touch.
Yeah.
I really like the concept of this, though.
I do too.
Miss Ellie's Gold Mine and Gift Shop, created by Dardog63. Rockwork could definitely use some work
Mm-hmm.
right off the bat. More variation, different colors, some weeds, twigs, bushes, trees. It's feeling a little bit clumpy. Miss Allie's off to the side here. Miss Allie's Gold Mine and Gift Shop. So you buy gold with money? A gold bank would have worked, eh? That's probably what I would have done. It's a cool concept, though. A mine train going into coaster tracks. It's kind of strange. Yeah, I think, honestly, you got a nice little composition here with a tiny little gold bank here. I think that would have been pretty cool. I don't know what it is about these red rocks. Everybody likes to cover them with orange lights. I see it so
Yeah.
much. All right, very nice. Next up is Dex Port, created by Hyrax Nexus. A Dex R spaceport. Now, what do they
Spaceship.
sell at a spaceport?
Fuel.
Airport food.
Goodies. I don't know.
Fuel, I think that's a really good one. Energy drinks, and honestly, the colors work really well for energy drink because Gulpy Soda is teal and blue. Let's go on in, find out. Joni5? I think you spelled my name wrong.
Joan 5.
I get it though, being facetious.
Yeah. So we're gift shop, which you'd find at a spaceport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Information. Yeah, I'd find that at a spaceport.
Yeah. For sure. Oh, he's kind of tucked away in a bad spot, though. I guess he's the captain. He's piloting the ship.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I guess that's kind of fun. People can come up and say hi to the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting colors. I think the teal's a little bit too harsh. What do you think?
It's okay. I'm having a hard time making out. Is that a sign on the top of the ship?
Yeah, Dex R or
A little
port.
hard to read
Port.
the sign. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially how you mentioned like having the colors on the back mixed in with the letters, then you lose. It becomes one blob. So definitely when you guys are making signs and stuff, think about what your backdrop is. If you have anything behind it, you want it to pop. I usually recommend putting a lighter color up front and a darker color up back, or the opposite. Depends on how you want to use your negative spacing. Generally, I think dark on the background, lighter on the front is a little bit better. It makes it pop. Next up is King Coaster's Royal Diner by Charlie Debnam. This is okay. Was it the last episode we were talking about this? I was saying that these tips work really well with the King Coaster.
They do.
They look royal, and this art style works really well for him. And then he's calling it a diner, and it's like almost like a 4-star diner, but it's a crown instead. I think it's clever. Great use of the red and the white. Just a small touch, and look at this, a red carpet taking you in.
Ooh.
I think that's a great idea.
Wallpaper.
Oh, it would have been perfect. Oh, do you know what would have been perfect? If this red carpet had little tiny darker red spots on it. So it looked like a coaster track.
Oh.
All right?
Yeah.
All right, so we got a bathroom upstairs, a small interior. Now, my only problem is I wish it was a little bit more spacious in terms of a diner.
I'd like to see tables in a diner.
You can't actually really get a table unless you tucked one off at the back here. So I think going with the staircase in here was a bad choice, because if it didn't have an upper deck, you could have fit tables in. And then how would you fit the bathroom in, I guess? But this is a lot. I don't know. What do you do? How do you solve this problem? I think it's beautiful on the outside, though.
It is.
And great realism on the back.
Is he missing an R, or is it just King Coaster's Dine?
Yeah, that's a good point. He called it a diner in the submission. But
Okay.
Well, yeah, but maybe
can
the name
dine.
is just like, yeah.
Yeah. There's.
What were the shops again?
I didn't even look. They're selling burgers and fries. Why do the burgers feel sold out? Does it normally look like that? I don't know this. Huh. The menu's missing too. What's going on with that?
Covered it up.
Oh, maybe. Anyways. Burgers and fries makes sense. All right,
Mm-hmm.
really nicely done. I forgot to look at the nighttime lighting.
The sign's a little dark. It's a little on the dark side.
I would have, yeah, maybe put some glowing yellow windows in there, or white windows. That would have been cool. Maybe a couple of them randomly red. It's not bad lighting, though. Next up is Tiki Chiki the Chicken Temple by XPeerZ3. The Chicken Temple. I would have loved to see like a giant chicken sculpture. Like they're worshipping the chicken. Or he's like sitting there holding two little chickens. Right?
That would have worked. Oh, yeah.
It looks nice though. The front.
I feel like the lettering's missing a little bit of color though. The yellow on beige just get a little washed out. Tiki Chiki has a lot of purples and greens and oranges, so I would like to see a little bit more color in that sign.
He could have probably used a purple background on it and would have looked perfect.
See, this is the Tiki Chiki. Yeah, purple, green, orange. Yeah, it's just missing a little bit of that vibrance.
Nice interior, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love these new trim pieces. The jungle pack, the adventure pack.
Here's the entertainer point. He's sneaking off.
A little overkill on the lights inside. Just really bright.
Yeah, oversaturated. Oh, look at that.
Oh well, now we got to back up and stop before we were talking about with the color on the back. This makes the purple pop.
Not really, because it's just pink on yellow, making it orange.
Yeah, but if it had a pink background,
Yeah, that
or
would have been
purple
fine.
background, I don't know if the purple light would have caught me as much.
But it is kind of cool.
It's
It is
a
cool.
good effect, but you would just use different colors, right? Like I would have, if Tiki Chiki's, if you would have used red, it would have made the letters orange, and then if you would have used blue, it would have made the letters green. So then you could change the letters from green to orange, right? And then your purple background would maintain the same. Boom. All
I
right.
think that's asking a lot.
No, it's.
And I think it's fine the way it is, honestly.
Sorry, I'm just saying it's the same concept but different lights and different color choices to give you changing, alternating logos. I don't know. It's no more work, it's just a different approach or a different choice.
Well, it's not. It's more work in the sense that people have to know color theory to figure that shit out, and not everybody wants to know that or has to.
I guess you're right. I know. Well, I guess there you go. Dropping some knowledge, but it's not necessary. I get it. All right, let's move on. Next up, Miss Ellie's Pip Shop Theater by Steamboat Willie SR. Pip Shop Theater. Okay.
All right.
Cute little entrance.
So they got Pip
that's
Shop
cool.
juice. We got the juice to turn you loose.
Is that the fastest gun in a dress
It's a
show?
first show.
All right.
Yeah.
Old West History, Gemstones, Silver Mining. We've got the juice to turn you loose. I love that.
Yeah, that is cute.
Coming up with a catchphrase like that is very clever to add to your theming. We do the shooting, you do the hooting. And having her on stage like that's quite clever. Pow, pow, pow. Yeah, I like the little upper deck areas. It's quaint, cozy, and fun on the inside, especially the lighting. And I like all the little elements gone into it. My only problem is I wish the outside had a little bit more to it. You know? It's yeah.
Some foliage works,
when
some
I'm
trees and
when I'm
stuff.
when I'm in here, I don't want to leave. But when I'm outside, it's not calling me in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Emily's Cathedral of Cake by Drake. Cathedral of Cake. Now I'm wishing this was built on a cake. Cathedral of Cake. Oh, look at the little cake.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of neat.
Definitely shines on the outside as a prince. Whoa!
There's your cake.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
She's the little throne things. I would have actually built a throne over top of that. See, this is one of those things, situational. I would have covered that with a throne. Or add this as the seat of the throne. So you build arms around it in the back. So this is where the butt goes. Bam. So we got donuts, coffee, memento, and balloons. I don't think it needs that many shops in here.
Yeah, balloons for our birthday party.
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, for a birthday party.
Oh yeah, I guess I wasn't really thinking about that. Cathedral of Cake. Yeah, it didn't click in my head. I thought this was like a cake store. But if it was a party store, then all of this makes sense. So I guess it didn't convey the idea to me quite properly, but color designs on it is really nice. Oh. Oh. Not too bad on the lighting. Nice and subtle. Pops on the inside. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Dexar's Morgue by Radisbor. Dexar's Morgue. Now, he's kind of like a scientist, but he's not really a doctor. So, doesn't have that sci-fi feel. But I'm curious to know if he sells it to us. He's made a
Automating
mess
it.
in here.
Automating taking care of the dead.
Oh. Alright. Well.
He's trying to keep up with it. He's struggling.
He looks like he's all turned around.
Yeah.
He's like,
He's just dancing.
Please don't tell me they sell burgers here. Or
Oh
anything.
God, please. Oh,
It's 2 med bays and
That's
2
it.
bathrooms. Now, it's a little bit overkill in terms of like gameplay simulation. If having 1 med bay is always enough for your guests. But I get it. He wanted it symmetrical and all that. Yeah, I do like the fact that he put sci-fi on the inside. Maybe what I would have liked to see is almost like a, how do I say it? Some sort of element telling us that it's sci-fi on the outside, like a piece of it. I don't know. Like an outer bay area that's kind of attached to the building, like sci-fi built into it, forced into it, kind of thing. Kind of like how we saw with that. Remember the was it the Cosmic Cow barn with the sci-fi stuff inside, and she had it so like it was all ripped open and you could see inside. You guys know what I'm talking about. It was like from our last shop contest.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember it.
Yeah, and I thought that was like a really cool touch, like being able to see that sci-fi integrated into something that was like fantasy. And I think that could have used that here on the exterior. But I still think the building's really nice. Pink. It's a little monotony. Next up is Fua's Foxy Coffee Bar by Forana. Okay, she said Fua's. Oh, I guess that's her name for short. Because I was getting confused. Did she mean to spell Fu's?
No, I think it's
And
supposed to be
then-
Foxy, but
yeah.
is short
Yeah.
for her name.
Yeah, sorry, Forana. Yeah. So I thought it was. Yeah, it's
building.
confusing because the names are close to the mascot.
The building has nice definition on the outside. It's not just a square box. It's got
Yeah, and
some real.
I've said this in many of the videos that I'm a big fan of this old town style of building. I do like it when people build the scaffolding and stuff like that. We see the touch of the pipes here. I talked about adding that in some of the ones that we've seen so far. You know, having the bins and stuff. I would like to see. Oh, there is a back door. It's just a wooden one. Maybe could use some trim there because it almost just kind of fades away. Doesn't really feel like a door. This is nice.
Sign.
I like this.
It looks like a small town mural that would be painted on the side of a brick building from the 1950s.
Yeah, font's nice, creative. Love the glass window.
Yeah, I like the awning over it.
And she did something different than what most people do. She spaced them differently, but it does cause a little bit of flickering. I think they could have been spaced better, but because they're so tight, it actually gives you that. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. You can't see through it perfectly, right?
Well, yeah, you
It's like
never
this
can with
stained
these.
glass. Well, you did pretty good. I've seen some people get it pretty darn flat.
I'm still impressed that she's got the window panes in it.
Love this. It gives you the feeling like a chalkboard.
Yeah.
And then you see that.
Just the entire interior is pretty awesome.
Mhm.
It is. Looks
Love
like
the
something
menus.
You can really see.
Yeah, you got to do this stuff when you make coffee shops. I love it. Restrooms down here. Oh, look at that.
Cute.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Vegan donuts?
We'll forgive her.
Aren't all donuts? Oh.
Probably not, because butter? Doesn't butter count?
Or animal, you know, if you cook your donuts in
or
lard.
fried in animal
Yeah.
fat or lard or anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I did not know
And
that.
if you've never had a donut cooked with some animal fat in the oil,
I don't think I have.
yeah, you're young. You guys have all grown up on vegetable oil.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
or
Quite
canola.
amazing. Oh, wait. I gotta see the lighting. Oh. It has a gradient going up, and I really like that. Ooh. I like how the chalk goes blue in here now. Huh.
You did see the outside bar, hangout bar she had on the top floor?
What?
On the outside?
Out back. Upstairs.
Mm-hmm. Nice little patio, what it's called.
One thing I like is that we get to sit here and drink our coffee, and the entertainer point's behind the desk. It's clever. All right, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Last up for the first half of this bracket, guys, is Renee Thu's Hunting Cabin, created by Rad Blaze. All right, so we were talking about this in like the last episode, I believe. Renee Thu being in the Alpine area, and you guys kind of sold me that it could work. So we're seeing some animal sculptures here, which is helping to sell that.
Those are adorable.
Yeah,
They are
look at
cute.
the
And look-
antler.
oh, nice.
Oh, that's really good.
Little elk head or deer head.
Shooting range?
Shooting range. See, this is the kind of stuff that's helping me sell it on the Alpine. Let's get away from the jungle. Let's go to the mountains. And now I get it. Oh, you get prizes for shoot 'em up. Come through here. Get your balloons. Pizza and just a memento. What's with everyone in the pizza? I know we all... okay, pizza's my favorite food in the entire world, guys.
Well, where else are you going to use pizza? I mean,
But,
if you think of
come
any
on.
of your
Is it
characters.
elk burgers, buffalo burgers. Come on, guys. I don't know. For me, the pizza doesn't work. And it's been used a lot in places where I don't think it works.
Well, I think here you have an argument for burgers, because I do think, doing like
Yeah.
elk or something makes sense. But in the other places we've seen it, I think it was like, well, what else would you use? Because there's just really not...
Well,
Burgers
I think the other time I brought it up was in Captain Lockjaw's, and burgers there could have worked as well, fish burgers. But pizza at Captain
I would
Lockjaw...
argue-
eh,
I would argue it's still stretching in some of those cases, so I'm just like, it's a generic food.
Uh,
I guess so.
But
I don't
agree with you, Lauren. Burgers would have been a better pick for this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, they got traps.
Hunting weapons.
Yeah.
It's clever. Definitely just a memento and balloons and stuff works here. I think it did a really good job at selling this kind of hunting lodge. I think a lodge would work better too, wouldn't it? I'm just being nitpicky now. Mmm. Nice soft orange glow. Pretty good. All right, everybody, that's the 21st creation of this bracket, and that's going to do it for this episode of PlanCo contest submissions. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster videos. If you guys enjoy these videos and contests, please do consider becoming a patron so we can continue to do these. All right, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys in part 2 of the Builder Bracket. Bye now.